भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वते नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम Namaskaram to all of you. I'm happy to be back. I thought we'll take some Vedantic class. So I suggested a number of topics to Amma, but she said that they have all been done. So then I said, what about Swamiji's songs? The moment I told her that, she jumped at the idea and she said, okay, let us have Swamiji's songs. Now what has happened is, in the process, this information has spread like wildfire and people are expecting a music class. So I do not know what you are expecting and I do not know what I am going to give. I hope you get what you need and I hope I am able to do that all right. Well, I must tell you first that I don't have a music background. I'm not trained in music. It only happens that I have a tolerably okay type of voice, good enough to sing in the bathroom and sometimes outside in my room also. And of course, I have no inhibitions about singing, so I keep singing whenever I want. Whether people like it or not, I keep singing all the time. This used to be so with me all the time, right from my school days, boyhood days. And music always appealed to me. Now today, when I try to analyze about what music can do, I feel, I've come to understand. Maybe I need to understand more also, but I have come to understand that music appeals to the emotions of all the living beings. Music appeals to all the living beings. And for the human beings, it's more because the human being has got a better capacity to understand more. And so lyrics also become important. Music becomes important, all right. Music appeals to everyone's senses, even animals also, dogs and all that. I remember we had a dog at one place where I was there for some time. And the dog, the moment I sang one particular song, she would come to my lap and sleep. She would feel so comfortable with that song. So whenever they wanted that dog to sleep, they would tell me to sing that song, and that song, and the dog would go to sleep. Very nice. But what I'm trying to say is that it appeals to the emotions of every being, all animals, all trees, vegetable kingdom, everywhere. They have tried this elsewhere also. And music appeals to everybody uniformly. Human being has got a capacity to get greater things out of music. And also he is able to relate, he or she is able to relate to the lyrics. So this is what happened to me when I first met Pujya Swamiji, Pujya Swami Dayanandji, whose songs I thought we will discuss as contemplation, because music leads you to contemplation. And we have been hearing Vedanta on and often. Now these words, even a brief understanding of the words would send your mind to contemplate. That's what happens to me. I don't specially sit for contemplation. Suddenly some song would come to me and I would contemplate on the meaning of the song and appreciate the greatness of the song, appreciate the greatness of the teaching. I would be able to relate to that particular line very well because I'm familiar with the teaching of Swamiji. And I never thought that Swamiji would compose so many songs or whatever, because he always was a busy person. But in 1978, 70, even before that, I think, I met Swamiji in Sandipani Sarnale in Bombay. And on the very first day when I saw him, he sang a very beautiful bhajan, which was very appealing. Everybody joined in the course, all the course students joined, and they made it really sensational. It was a sensational grip to me, you know, it gripped me very sensationally, in the sense that I got hooked onto that place and kept visiting that place again and again and again and again, weekly. Then it became daily, and then I made friends with everybody, and that is how I got introduced to Vedanta. And in 1977, I think I heard, in 1977 I heard Swamiji's song on Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami, that song. So there was that was the time it was the song was composed and it was tuned in Raga Hamsadvani, and then later on it was changed to Rag Tilang. But that apart, the song has got wonderful meaning, beautiful words it has got. And Swamiji got the song spontaneously. That lady would hum something in some raga, and then immediately he would present these words in that same raga to her. So that is how his songs came out. Some of his songs came out like that. Every song came with probably some background. There's a background for that. So Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami, this lady was giving on, she was Swamiji said she used to bug me to sing songs. So Swamiji, that is how Swamiji produced this song. So the first song which he composed, I suppose, that was the first one. That is this Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami, which I have sent in the text, sent the text to you all in WhatsApp. And his songs are all very complicated songs. They are not very simple songs. They can be sung only by highly trained musicians. I'm not a trained music wala, but somehow I got a voice. That's all I can say. I got a tolerable voice. So good enough to sing inside the bathroom and also outside the bathroom. Not more than that. But so therefore I have my own limitations in music. And what I thought is I will just present simply the skeleton form, the basic form of the song. All the flesh and bones and tendons and whatnot you want to put, you can put everything yourself. You can hear the originals also. They are available in the market. They are available with our Arsha Vidya research and development publications in Chennai. The songs are available in CD, or it can be even available online also. So that is how the songs are. But then some of these songs have got two tunes. Swamiji composed one tune, and then later on the tune was changed due to various circumstances. So when Swamiji gave the first song, it was given in Hamsadvani Ragam. Okay, so I'll just present that song to you now, and then we will start straight away because it's supposed to be a learning class, it seems. So therefore, if it is learning, then there has to be repetition. But online repetition is not possible because in online repetition there won't be coordination. So each of you will be in your own city or in your country or whatever, and coordination will not be possible because the sound will take more time to travel and less time to travel, and there will be a medley of voices. So it's good that all of us are muted, most of us are muted. And I will do the repetition line also by my own self. I will repeat the line. Each line I will repeat at least twice, and if possible, more than twice. So Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami, Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. So I meditate upon Lord Ganesha, Mahaganapatim. So who is Ganapati? Actually, Ganapati, we should understand that Ganapati is nothing but the universal self, Brahma, Ishvara. So Ishvara is presented here as Mahaganapati. That's what Swamiji used to explain the songs also earlier. So Gananam Pati, that means all the Ganas. Ganas means all these sense organs that you have got, sense organs of knowledge, sense organs of action. All these, they are all your Ganas. Hands and legs, they are all your Ganas, and they help, and they are at your command. You are the Atma and you are the Pati, Ganapati. So Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. So I salute the Lord in the form of the self, in the form of Ganapati. The Ganapati is the self. So that way I look upon that song. That's how Swamiji told us about this. Swamiji gave the very nice Vedantic interpretation for every song of his. In fact, that is the reason why he wrote. He was a person who was always in the wisdom. His mind always abided in wisdom. And so there was nothing but wisdom that came out of him. Only wisdom came out of him. And then, of course, kindness and love and whatnot. So this is how Swamiji presented the thing. And every song of his, I would like to hear the meaning. I was always very, very close to, immediately I would note down the meanings and other things and note down the bhavana. So Swamiji said this way that Mahaganapatim, I salute, I remember, I salute, I do smaranam, I remember the Lord, I salute the Lord, I invoke the Lord. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Mahadeva Mudam means the one who brings joy, the joy of Mahadeva, the joy of Mahadeva, Lord Shiva, because the Lord Ganapati is the sun. So therefore, in the form of Ganapati, the universal truth presents itself. And there in that particular form, I invoke him, but he is Ganapati still. Ganapati means he is the Atma, that way. So Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Matangananam, elephant faced. Matangananam Maheshwaram. Maheshwaram means again son of Lord Shiva only. Matangananam Maheshwaram. Haram also. Matangananam Maheshwaram. There should be Haram. I don't know whether it is there. Matangananam Maheshwaram Haram. Okay. It sometimes might not be there. I think in our text that we have presented, it is not there. Tapatraya Yuta Bhavaroga Vaishajam. So the Lord is the medicine. The Lord is the medicine. Vaishajam means medicine. The Lord is the medicine for the miseries of samsara. There are 3 types of dukkhas, which we have all seen. In the other Vedantic classes, you must have seen Adhyatmika Tapa, Adi Bhautika Tapa, and Adi Daivika Tapa. There are 3 types of scorches for the human being in this samsara. And everybody spends his or her own life looking for a treatment for this. So who is the medicine? Straight away the medicine is presented here. The Lord himself is medicine. Lord himself is the medicine. Tapatraya Yuta Bhavaroga Bhaishajam. So who is he? He is Bhaishajam, medicine. For what? For this world which is fraught with, which is riddled with pain. 3 types of pain. Tapatrayuta Jagat, this Jagat Tapatrayuta Bhavaroga Bhaishajam. So this line they call it as the Anupallavi. First line, the refrain line, Mahaganatam Manasas Purami is the Pallavi. And then these lines are Anupallavi. Second line is Anupallavi. Then after that, we have the verses where the Lord is presented as remover of obstacles. Shatakoti Vigna Parihara Charanam. So the Lord's feet, the one who salutes the Lord's feet, he succeeds in warding off hundreds of crores of obstacles. Parihara means evades. Parihara means succeeds in eliminating. Pariharam, eliminating. Shantyadi Sarva Kalyana Gunadam. So he has these good auspicious qualities like Shanti, etc. Every auspicious quality is coming from the Lord. Shanti, Adi means Adipadat. There are so many positive qualities that we see, like devotion, peace, knowledge, kindness, maturity, all these things. All these qualities are all bestowed by the Lord to us, on us. So Kalyana Gunadam. All these are all Kalyana Gunadam. These are all auspicious qualities. And he's the one. Gunadam means he's giving you all these gunas. So Gunan Dadati, he gives you all these gunas. So therefore Shantyadi, Sarvam Shanti, etc. These are all the Kalyana gunas that he gives us. And then he is there in the Hridantaram. Hridantaram means he is the one whom it is possible to appreciate in the buddhi, in the intellect. Hrit means here heart, of course, but not this physical heart. Heart means you have to understand this, the place where you are able to recognize I, the Atma, the where I am here, I am, that particular place. So in that particular place, he is there, Hridantaram. And who is he? He's the Nikhila Lokakam. He is all pervading. Although he is all pervading, he allows himself to be appreciated in your intellect. So Hridantaram, Nikhila Lokakam, he is all pervading. The entire universe he pervades. Nikhila Lokakam, Shivam, he is auspicious. He is the only one that is auspicious because the formless consciousness, the formless Lord, the Creator, is never subject to decimation. He is never subject to end. So therefore, since there is no end to him, there is no death to him or whatever. So therefore, he is always there. And that which is always there is the only thing which is auspicious. Nothing else is auspicious. So Shivam is for him. Shivam means Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is of course Shiva. Everybody, the Atma is Shivam. Atma is said as Shivam because Atma never is decimated. Atma is always there. Hridantaram, Nikhila Lokakam Shivam, and he is Param Padam Pradam. Param, he gives you the maximum. He makes you appreciate the self as himself, which is indestructible and which is always there, and which lives in all, which is there in all the three periods of time, and which is free from any type of misery, free from any type of problem, free from any type of pain. So therefore the Lord, your essential nature, which is Satchidananda, is actually Parampadam, and that he gives. Parampadam Pradam, he gives you. And how does he give you? Pradam. Pradam means he gives you in a very, very sophisticated manner, in a manner that knowledge can't but take place. You have to take place. Your knowledge has to take place, and you have to be free. And once you are free, you are never back into samsara again. So that type of abode he takes you to. Parampadam, Pradam, and Pratattam. He is all pervading, as I said. Then he is Brahmandantaragata Bhutam, Bhutastam. So he is there in the Bhutas. He is there in the beings, in all the Brahmanda, in all the entire universe, all the beings who are there. He is there as the knower in all the beings. He is there as the Kshetrajnaha, as the knower of the Kshetra, knower of the body, knower of the field. He is the knower. As the consciousness, he is the knower. And as consciousness is there in every being, Brahmanda Antargatam Gata Bhutastam. And then he is there, he is the most cherished and well discussed topic in all the Vedas, 4 Vedas, Yajuradi Vedas. Yajuradi Vedas. And then he is Nittanta Shuddhanta Karanatam. He always abides in the Shuddhanta Karana. So whichever mind is fairly free from the hold of likes and dislikes, whichever mind is free from pain and guilt and that type of thing, relatively free, those minds, and whichever mind has got a value-based life or a value for values, those people, in those types of people, he is there. In that Shuddha Antakaranam, in their Shuddha Antakaranam, he is ever available for appreciation. Shuddha Antakaranastam, and he is Prashastam. He is the one who is he is the one who is the best. Okay, Prashastam. Prashastam, he is the altar of praise, he is, and then he is changeless. The Prashastam Tatastam. Tatastam means unaffected by any happening of any things, that he is unaffected by various experiences of pain and pleasure that come and go. He is unaffected, he is unattached to anything, and he pervades everything. Samastam Tam. That Mahaganapati I meditate upon, I salute. Okay, so this is how the song goes. I thought I will first explain the song. Then now I'll give you the tune of the song. I want to make it as simple as possible. I will sing the first line and the second line, both of them myself. And then all the connecting, there are a lot of gamakas in the connecting lines. Each connecting line, I mean, the one from one particular line to the other line, when you go, there are certain connections, and those connections are all musical, and Swamiji has made them quite sophisticated. So it is not, so many people keep telling me also that it is not possible for us to sing. Even I also told Swamiji many times that your songs are too difficult to sing. But then they are, so even though they may be difficult, they are just really worthy of ruminating, contemplating all the time. So what we can do is, those people who can reproduce those notes, they can try to, or else those people who can't, just listen to the song and contemplate on the words, on the meaning of the song. That's the idea. So this is what I thought I will discuss today. So this is how things are going. As of now, things are going okay. I'll start the first song for you. Okay. I'm taking a Shruti where even ladies also can be able to sing. So if you want, you can try it out, but all of you are muted, so it is okay. I cannot hear because all the sounds there will be a medley of sounds if the online unmuting happens together. So you people can sing it to yourself, or you can record or whatever it is. So this is how the song will go now.
Swamiji, we are recording, Swamiji.
Okay.
We will send it to you.
Okay. Oh. Mahaganapatim manaso smarami. Mahaganapatim manaso smarami. Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami. Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami. Mahaganapatim manasa smarami. Mahaganapatim manasa smarami. Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami. Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami. Mahaganapatim manasa smarami. This is the simplest way I can show it. Okay. Matangananam. I'm going to the Anupallavi. Anupallavi means the song which the lines which follow the Pallavi. Pallavi. Pallavi is the first refrain line, and the four lines that follow is Anupallavi. Matangananam Matangananam. I have to connect it to the second one. Matanganana Maheshwaro Haro Matanganana Maheshwaro Haro Matanganano Maheshwaram Haram Matanganano Maheshwaram Haram Matanganano Maheshwaram Haram Tapatrayayuta Bhavaroga Bhaishajam Tapatrayayuta Bhavaroga Bhaishajam Tapatrayayuta Bhavaroga Bhaishajam Tapatrayayuta Bhavaroga Bhaishajam Mahaganapatim Manasa Smaromi Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatim Manasa Smaromi. Shatakoti Vighna Parihar Charanam Shatakoti Vighna Parihar Charanam Shatakoti Vighna Parihar Charanam Shatakoti Vighna Parihara Charanam. I'll take one more. Shatakoti Vighna Parihara Charanam. Shatakoti Vighna Parihara Charanam. Shantyadi Sarva Kalyana Gunadam. Shantyadi Sarva Kalyana Gunadam Shatakoti Vighna Parihara Charanam Shantyadi Sarva Kalyana Gunadam Shatakoti Vighna Parihara Charanam Shantyadi Sarva Kalyana Gunadam Shantyadi Sarva Kalyana Gunadam Hridataram Nikhila Lokagam Shivam Pradataram Nikhila Lokagam Shivam Param Padam Pradam Pratatam Param Padam Pradam Pratatam Pradataram Nikhila Lokagam Shivam. You can do it that way also. Pradataram Nikhila Lokagam Shivam. Then you'll have to come back again. प्रदातरो निखिल लोकगं शिवो परो पदो प्रदं प्रततं परो पदो प्रदं प्रततो महागणपतिं. You have to connect it there. So I'll repeat this line again. Paro pado pradam pratatam paro pado pradam pratato mahaganapatim manaso smaromi mahadevamudam shirasa namami mahaganapatim मनसा स्मरामि महादेवमुदं शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि. ब्रह्माण्डान्तर्गतभूतस्थम् ब्रह्माण्डान्तर्गतभूतस्थं यजुरादिवेदशिखरस्थं ब्रह्माण्डान्तर्गतभूतस्थं यजुरादिवेदशिखरस्थं ब्रह्माण्डान्तर्गतभूतस्थं यजुरादिवेदशिखरस्थं नितान्तशुद्धान्तःकरणस्थं प्रशस्तं तटस्थं समस्तम् नितांत शुद्धांत करणस्थं प्रशस्तं तटस्थं समस्तं तं महागणपति. You have to connect the tam with Mahaganapati. So I'll repeat that line again. Nitanta Shuddhanta Karanastam Prashastam Tatastam Samastam. Nitanta Shuddhanta Karanastam Prashastam Tatastam Samastam. महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेवमुदं शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेवमुदं शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि. I tried to simplify this. I don't know how many people will agree that this is simple. It may not be simple. Don't worry about it. Just go with the tune, go with the words, and just try to contemplate on the song when you hear it. If you can sing, it is excellent. Remember, if you can sing, then you are a Tansen. You know Tansen? Tansen was Akbar's, in the palace of Akbar, he was the chief singer, chief musician, Tansen. So if you are able to sing well, you are Tansen. If you are not able to sing well, but hear well, then you are Kansen. So Kanse sunne wale. You are able to hear it, they hear, you know. So at least that musical ear, if you have got, that also is a good thing, musical ear if you have got. Tansen, Kansen. So it's better to be they're better to be in these two categories. The third one is not very nice category. It is insane. Those people who can't take music, it is insane. Anyway, don't worry. But this is nice that you have got this ear for music. Because this ear for music is and lyrics, both of them, when they are catchy, they lift your mind. When they lift your mind, then they help you to think on the more profound things of life. So this is what actually brought me to Vedanta first. Okay, only music brought me to Vedanta. Music, and of course this analytical mind, you know, always thinking of lyrics. What does this mean? What does that mean? Like that. So every time, whenever I used to hear a song, I used to also try to hear that meaning of the lyrics of the song. That's an orientation which my mother gave me. So if there used to be a lot of Hindi songs and all that, and we used to listen, then I used to ask for the meaning, and she used to tell me this is the meaning, that is the meaning, and all that. She had a very good grip in Hindi also and Tamil also. So So this is how the first song is, Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Then the next one which I had given to you was Vandeham. Yes, ma'am.
Swamiji,
Yes, ma'am.
please can you repeat the whole bhajan again?
Again.
Without any conversation, like, explaining, just the whole.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Mahadevamudam Shirasa Namami. Mahadevamudam Shirasa Namami. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Mahadevamudam Shirasa Namami. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Matangananam Matangananam Maheshwaram Haram. Matangananam Maheshwaram Haram. Matanganana Maheshwaram Haram. Matanganana Maheshwara Hara. Matanganana Maheshwara Hara. Tapatrayayuta Bhavarogavaishajam. Tapatrayayuta Bhavarogavaishajam. Tapatrayayuta Bhavarogavaishajam. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Mahadevamudam Shirasa Namami. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Shatakoti Vighna Parihara Charanam. Shatakoti Vighna Parihara Charanam. Shatakoti Vighna Parihara Charanam. Shantyadi Sarva Kalyana Gunadam. Shantyadi Sarva Kalyana Gunadam. Hridataram Nikhila Lokagam Shivam. Hridataram Nikhila Lokagam Shivam. Param Padam Pradam Pratatam. Param Padam Pradam Pratatam. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Mahadevamudam Shirasa Namami. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Brahmandantargata bhutastam. Brahmandantargata bhutastam Yajuradi Shikharastam. Brahmandantargata bhutastam Yajuradi Shikharastam. Nitanta Shuddhanta Karanastam Prashastam Tatastam Samastam. Nitanta Shuddhanta Karanastam Prashastam Tatastam Samastam. Tau Mahaganapatim मनसो स्मरामि महादेवमुदा शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं 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 मनसा स्मरामि. So we have a few minutes now. Yeah, we have about 11.
But then, Swamiji, your voice is becoming soft. Where is?
What should I do? Should I do something?
I'm not able to hear clearly, Swamiji.
Oh. Why? That might be because of internet. That might be because of internet. Is the recording not come out all right?
No, the one later we'll check it, Swamiji. Now, since it's still on recording, we can't.
Okay. Now, what do I do? Do I go further, or I can do one thing? Maybe later on I can record this and send it to you on WhatsApp.
Okay. We'll go to the next one, is it?
We'll go to the next one. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it'll be because we'll get stuck. It's not
Yes.
going to be easy to go through the songs like that.
Yes.
I might not be able to do all the songs because I said, as I told you, I'm not actually a professional singer or anything. I'm just a Ratum singer. That's all. I'm trying to give out the best, that whatever I can manage.
Whatever you say, Swamiji, it's okay. But I feel that we are back with Puja Swamiji.
Oh,
We're enjoying the satsang going on. So we are
Swamiji had a thorough, very good understanding of music. Although he also was, his voice was very good for singing, but he never practiced, and so that singing was not his first line of this one. He did, he composed these 16-20 songs which he did. Each of them he did on an occasion. Some occasion came, some incident came, and then it triggered his mind, triggered his thinking to write some lyrics, and that's how he produced each of these songs. Most of these songs he did while he was traveling. There was no time for him to sing and make music or whatever. There was never any time for him. He did all these things when he was traveling in the flight or traveling in the car, long distances when he was traveling. Then that is the time he came out with all these things. There was one time, he was waiting for a flight. The flight got delayed, and the people who had come to see him, they all left. So only two of them were left there. And two of them were left. Then Swamiji was left sitting talking to them. Then he asked them to sing something. Then one of them said, I can't sing, Swamiji. The other person said, I don't know any song. I only know Vande Mataram. So then he told her, okay, you sing Vande Mataram. Let's see. So she sang, Vande Mataram. She sang like that. And Swamiji immediately produced these words. Vandeham Sharadam. So this is how he produced these songs. Most of the songs came out like that, spontaneously. This is spontaneous. All the words, everything related to Vedanta, everything in prayer form, everything is a dedication to the Lord. So it all came spontaneously. All in a jiffy it came, in a very quick time, just in a flash, chutki. That way it came. Vandeham Sharadam Visharadam Jnanadam Varadam. Vandeham Sharadam Visharadam Jnanadam Varadam. Vandeham Sharadam Vandeham Sharadam Visharadam Visharadam Jnanadam Jnanadam Varadam, Varadam, Vandeham Sharadam, Shuddha Sattva Swarupinim, Shuddha Sattva Swarupinim, Swachha Hridaya Nivasinim, Swachha Hridaya Nivasinim, Shuddha Sattva Swarupinim, Swachha Hridaya Nivasinim, Swaprakash-rupinim, Swaprakash-rupinim, Vandeham Sharadam, Vandeham Sharadam, Visharadam, Jnanadam, Varadam, Vandeham Sharadam. You can take a small variation. Vandeham Sharadam, Visharadam, Jnanadam, Varadam, Vandeham Sharadam.
Each one of Swamiji's songs is beautiful, but this Vandeham Sharadam stands out, Swamiji. That's a
Yeah.
superb.
And these were songs, these were all the original tunes which Swamiji put.
Yes.
But later on, they have been changed. Some of them have been
Yes.
changed. Yeah. Para Vidya Bhushita, para Vidya Bhushita, Suravara Sujan Sevitam, Suravara Sujan Sevitam, Para Vidya Bhushitam, Suravara Sujana Sevitam, Suravara Sujana Sevitam, Shubhadam, Sulabham, Susvaravadya Niratam, Shubhadam, Sulabham, Susvaravadya Niratam, Paravidya Bhushitam, Suravara Sujana Sevitam, Shubhadam, Sulabham, Susvaravadya Niratam, Vandeham Sharadam, Visharadam, Jnanadam, Varadam, Vandeham Sharadam, Vandeham Sharadam, Vandeham Sharadam. So this is how the song goes. So with the little bit of time that remains, I'll just you'll just see the meaning if it's possible. So Vandeham Sharadam. So I salute Mother Sharada, Ma Saraswati, Goddess of knowledge, Visharadam, Goddess of knowledge, Jnanadam, the one who bestows, gives knowledge to all of us. And Varadam, Varadam means the one who blesses all of us with boons. See, brilliance is a boon. Retention of knowledge, Meda Shakti, it's a boon. Capacity to understand, that is a boon. Then capacity to relate to the meaning of the words, that's again another boon. So those so many boons, these are all boons available from Saraswati. So Saraswati as knowledge, as the knowledge is available to us this way. Knowledge of everything. Everything has knowledge. There has to be knowledge of everything. And all that knowledge is, she is the embodiment of knowledge. So that is why Visharadam. Visharadam. That Shuddha Sattva Swarupini. So Sattva is the good qualities. Sattva Guna, Rajas and Tamas we have. These are the three gunas are there, but she is Sattva Guna Pradhan. So therefore Sattva, and she is Sattva Swarupa. She is of the nature of being Sattva Swarupa. So in Sattva you have got, in Sattva Guna you have got devotion, you have got knowledge, you have got benevolence, you have got broad-mindedness, you have got generosity. Every good quality you name, and it is there in Sattva. Sattva, Shuddha Sattva Swarupinim. She is pure Sattva. Shuddha Sattva Swarupinim. That's her nature, Swarupinim. Then Swachha Hridaya Nivasinim. She abides in the hearts of all the people who have got a good value structure, who have tamed their likes and dislikes, who have neutralized their likes and dislikes, who are contemplative by disposition. So in their hearts, in their buddhis, in their intellects, she abides. Shuddha Sattva Swarupinim, Swachha Hridaya Nivasinim, Swaprakasha Rupinim. She is herself, she is of the nature of effulgence, self-effulgence, she is of the nature of effulgence. Swaprakasha Rupinim. Her effulgence, it is that illumines everything. Swaprakasha Rupinim, Vandeham. Salute, I salute, Vande, I salute Ma Sharada, Vandeham Sharadam. Then she is Para Vidya Bhushitam. Okay, so there are twofold knowledge. This comes in the Mundaka Upanishad. Dve Vidya Vedita Vedi. This you must have seen who have studied Mundaka Upanishad. So this one Vidya is what? One Vidya is the knowledge of all things in the world, all knowledge of all objects, all sciences, everything. Every knowledge is seen as she is the one who is the basis of all the knowledge, and she is the one who is these vidyas, they adorn her actually. Vidya Bhushitam, they adorn her. All the knowledge, all the forms of knowledge, they embellish her, they adorn her. They are the one who make her beautiful. Knowledge, all the. So Shuddha Sattva Para Vidya Bhushitam. Paravidya also. Paravidya means the knowledge by which you know the truth. The words by which you know the truth. Yaya Aksharam Adigamyate. This is the mantra which comes, if you remember, you must have studied. So that Yaya Vidya, Yaya Aksharam, what is that? Aksharam Adigamyate. Aksharam Adigamyate means the imperishable Brahma, imperishable Brahman is known by these words. That is called Paravidya. So both the knowledge, there are only two knowledges. One is knowledge of the objects and one is the knowledge of the subject. So both of them, she adorns both of them. And Suravara Sujana Sevitam. So Suravara, all the gods. Suras are all the gods. Suravara, all the exemplary, all the exemplary celestial beings, they are all being referred to here. And then Sujana, all the good people. Sujana, Suravara and Sujana, all the good people, all the knowledgeable people, all the sadhus, all the saints. They are the ones who worship her. So she is worshipped by all of these people. Okay, so she is worshipped by all of these people. She is actually sought after by all these people also. She is sought after by all of these people. Suravara Sujana Sevita, and she Shubhadam. Shubhadam means she always She always gives access to pure auspiciousness. She gives knowledge. She gives the knowledge of the truth, and she gives just auspiciousness. Shubhadam, Sulabham, and she is easily available for everybody. She is easily available for everyone. So she is not very difficult to approach. You just have to pray and ask for Ma, please Ma, let me have knowledge, let me have the buddhi to know more, to know the right things, to know everything right. To know everything right, that itself requires grace of Ma Saraswati. To know what is the purpose of life, it requires a lot of grace. So may I start with that particular knowledge? May I know what I want to have in life, and may I be able to have the knowledge. May I be able to have the brilliance to pursue it and to retain it. So Shubhadam, Sulabham, Suswara Vadya Niratam. She is there in the musical. She is there in all the instruments of music. All the musical instruments, she is there, and those instruments which present clean notes. Okay, clean notes. All the tunes are all stringed properly. They don't go out of tune, and they are presenting clean notes. So that's such a in those clean notes she abides, she lives. So that is Vandeham Sharadam for you. I'm very happy that I could complete 2 songs. I only gave you the gist of the meaning. Okay, I'm not gone much deeper into it. This is good enough for us, because all of you have got a good grounding, good background you have got, and our idea is to just dwell on these meanings. And when we hear these meanings, when we hear this song, may the mind dwell on these meanings, and may we be able to contemplate. May we be able to get abidance in this wisdom. That should be the prayer for all of us. Okay, so with this we could do 2 songs at least. The third one I have not started. The third one has got a beautiful background again. Hey Govinda, hey Gopala, Uddhara Mam. He says the Swamiji says, may you lift me up. And Swamiji writes it on behalf of whom? On behalf of a lot of people. It seems he was riding. He was going on a drive along the beach in Hawaii, America. So he was driving along there, and in the beach, he saw all these people, hundreds, or not by hundreds, thousands and thousands of them, all of them barely clad, no proper dress. They were all lying down like that and waiting for the sun to burn their bodies, because they want to tan. The tanning was an affectation for those people. So they wanted to tan, and when Swamiji was driving, all these people, they don't care about whether who sees and who doesn't see. They are just, and Swamiji said, and then they were all, somebody were drinking beer, somebody were drinking whiskey, somebody were drinking that, somebody were doing something else, and this type of thing, So they had no idea of what they were doing. So Swamiji said, this is because there is no sanskara. So what is going to happen to these people? How are they going to get upliftment? How are they going to discover the purpose of life? How are they going to discover the Lord? How are they going to uplift themselves? So this thought struck him. And there itself he said, hey Govinda, hey Gopala, Uddhara Mam. Uddhara means uplift me, lift karade. That's what Swami got the idea there. So Uddhara Mam, Ati Dinam Balahinam. I'm very, very weak. Ati Dinam, I am helpless. Ati Dinam, I don't know anything. We have no exposure to any kind of sanskara. We have no exposure to any kind of value-based life. We are just there like that. So Ati Dinam, Balahinam, we are very weak. We don't know, we don't have any strength at all. What to talk of spiritual strength? We don't have strength at all to resist all these things, to resist all these temptations. We don't have any strength. Ati Dinam, Balahinam. Hey Govinda, hey Gopala, Ati Dinam Balahinam. When I sing, then the words come. Sometimes I forget. Ati Dinam Balahinam. Ati Dinam Balahinam. These are the things. Balahinam gets repeated twice. Then Vihita Vihinam. Vihita Vihinam means all the enjoined karmas which are enjoined by the Shastra. I don't know. I'm devoid of all of them. Vihita Vihinam. Viparyaya Jnanam. My knowledge is all Ulta Jnanam. My knowledge is all whatever of things which I need not know, those things I know. And which I need to know, I do not know. That way. Viparyaya Jnanam, Vihita Vihinam, Viparyaya Jnanam, Sanchita Sarva, Kalusha Kalapam. My karma, lot of karma is accumulated in my account. Sanchita Sarvam. All of them are collected. They are all Kalusham. All of them are very wrong, shady types of actions, shady types of results of actions. They are all waiting for me. Vihita Vihinam, Viparyaya Jnanam, Sanchita Sarva, Kalusha Kalapam, Hey Govinda, Hey Gopala, Uttarama, O Lord, O Govinda, O Gopala, please lift me up. Then Vedam na jane, I don't know Veda. Jnanam na jane, Vedam na jane, Vedyam na jane, I don't know Veda. I don't know what is to be known also. Vedyam also, I don't know what is to be known. What is Veda, I don't know. What is to be known through the Veda, that also I don't know. Vedyam na jane, Dhyanam na jane, I do not know meditation. Dheyam na jane, I do not know the object of meditation. Dhyanam na jane, Dheyam na jane, Mantran na jane, I don't know any mantras. Tantran na jane, there is Tantra Puja all available. If you go to Kerala, you will know. A lot of Tantra Puja is there. In Bengal also we have Tantra Puja. They do various gestures through the hands and all that. Tantra Puja. Vedan na jane, Vedyan na jane, Dhyanan na jane, Dheyan na jane, then Mantran na jane, Tantran na jane. Okay, it doesn't matter. At least you know some sloka, some song you would know. So I said, no, Padyam na jane. I don't know Padyam. Padyam also I don't know. Okay, you know some prose, at least you can read something. Can chant, read something, recite something in front of the Lord. No, Padyam na jane. That also I don't know. I'm totally zero in everything. So therefore, oh Lord, please lift me up. Please lift me up. Hey Govinda, Hey Gopala, Uddharamam, Atidinam, Balahinam. This we'll see the next class. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to me. Please, if I would like to have a feedback from you, then I'll just remodify. Just bring some developments or bring some changes in my methodology, okay, of communication. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you.
Thank you,
Om,
sir.
It's
Om.
beautiful. Thank you.
Shanti mantra will chant. Shanti mantra.
Yes.
Yeah. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasichyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om, Swamiji.
Thank you,
Hari Om.
Swamiji. Hari Om.
Swamiji.